Yep.
Oh God.
Awful.
I opened Pandora's box. I wish I had it.
And unfortunately, I also call that Sparkleonius stuff. So
Yeah.
just have to remember that should not be in the recording.
Oh,
I want to
just
save that one.
Sparkleonius stuff.
I'm gonna have the same reaction.
Yeah.
But
Try not to put your hand in the Sparkleonius
See,
stuff.
like, just the end of that is in the recording now, and that's pretty
Perfect.
Like, the whole thing isn't, but the end of that for sure is.
Perfect.
Hey, recording folks. It's Gabe, the Dungeon Master again. We've had a fun time over here. It's been maybe 20 minutes since you've heard from me last. We're talking about player goals now. Lawrence rolled his player goal, and Sparkleonius' player goal for this session is to kill an enemy with his bare hands.
Something he would never do, but you never know.
It, could be possible,
XP.
maybe. Anybody else?
Rolled a 10
Lawfully
and a 10.
execute someone with your hands.
Did you also
Goodness.
roll a 7 and a 10, Mike?
8 and 10.
Dang.
So close. Sequentially, we're right there.
Compete for
All
gold.
right.
Yeah.
Marjorie's goal for the
fine.
session. Use an item in a creative way that it wasn't intended or designed for.
Ooh. I do have
And
spiders.
you sure do. You have infinite spiders.
What are those designed for?
And Thaddeus, your goal is attempt a skill that you are not proficient in.
Seems achievable.
So I
That's
have to
fucking
break my moral
easy.
code, and he just has to
Do something he's
Yeah,
not
I
great
just have
at.
to attempt to do something I'm not good at.
It means it says attempt, right? It doesn't say succeed.
Not
It
at
sure does
all.
say
It
attempt.
sure doesn't. It just says attempt.
That's
Nice.
wicked. That's the easiest
Mine says
one on
kill
the thing.
someone with your bare hands.
I could do that.
Feel
What a
the
switch.
life. Feel the life sink out of them, breath by breath.
Yikes.
I got 7 and 2.
I'm not proficient in that, so that would be cool.
Ended this episode and slitting someone's throat, so I feel like you can do it.
7 and 2, build something.
Oh hey. You're an artificer,
No.
that's what you
Ugh.
do.
I won't.
Oh, okay.
That's what
Your
you got
choice.
last time. I don't know how to build. I don't know, I mean, I could. Oh wait, hold on.
Well, here's the thing. As I'm playing in this space as the phantom 5th member of the party, we've just taken a short rest, and we're gonna have to do a couple
Long
of
rest.
rolls to sort of manage this. Yes, long rest, and make sure that nothing untoward happened while we were resting. But you do have a lot of time. You could perhaps build something that would help you in this next.
Oh, yeah, no,
This next fight that you're gonna have, or
I'm
there's a
good to-
big log that's gonna come through the waterfall, maybe.
What?
I'm good
Maybe.
to go. Wait, no, that's magical tinkering. I know I.
That
have a
information
thing-
is meta. We don't know that.
That's true. We don't know that. No, I can't build.
That's
a
true.
who
That is
coming through the
meta.
what? I
That's
don't
true.
know what that is.
I think I can give you guys. You do know there's a trap.
And Haribo did
Um,
not tell them that there was a log, because M did not feel that was.
No,
Fair.
Haribo wouldn't know. Haribo would
Haribo
know
would
that
not
there's a
know.
trap because there's a guy in there very conspicuously next to a rope that he's gonna cut. That's his whole job. He sits there and he's with the rope to let
Unless
loose a
that guy's
mystery
also
trap.
taking a long rest.
A
Mystery trap.
Mystery. Wouldn't it be funny if you switched it up on us though?
Wouldn't
That
it
we
though?
thought it was a log, we went and we're like, it's a log, we know. And it's like snakes or something.
It's a rope of snakes.
Yeah, I'll take snakes.
Giant bucket of
Suddenly,
Sparkleonius
3d10
stuff.
snakes fall from the ceiling.
Yeah, I'll take snakes. If we get to pick, no, I'm just kidding.
If you get to pick, I'll take snakes.
I feel like before we ended, didn't I have to roll to stay awake or something? And I didn't.
Yeah, that's one of the things we have to sort of deal with. How much of the recap did we
No, just
capture?
rock the recap. I think from the beginning.
Oh.
All right, everybody. Now that we've got our goals taken care of, let's deal with our recap. Last time on A Wider World, we assaulted the kobold hideout. We snuck up on them. We employed a diversion that was diverting, but not particularly stealthy. Fights were had. Thaddeus exploded out of a bush and did much murder and fights. Marjorie was also in a bush and did less. Haribo explored inside of the kobold hideout and discovered that there are A, lots of kobolds, and B, a trap. And Sparkalonius put almost everyone to sleep and then hid in the water. And then after that, put everyone to sleep again.
Explored is a word.
Yeah, no, briefly glimpsed is perhaps the better way to put that. Enough to see that there were 10. There were 10 of them. There were 10 kobolds in there, and 4 more have run in since then. And I think that's about all you know about in there. There is a trap and 14 kobolds that you saw. And now you guys are taking a long rest. And Marjorie, as the only person who wasn't damaged after that fight, elected to stay guard, to stay awake and not fall asleep and protect us.
Take your
Also,
rocks at any kobolds that poked their head out of the waterfall. I think I said that last episode.
could I
It's
could I
possible.
please change mine to a short rest, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you,
I don't see why
God.
not,
I
yeah.
appreciate that. So yeah, let's do a short rest. I think I also benefit from my Song of Slumber, so I should be all right. My Song of Rest as a
Wait, but
Bard.
if we're already taking one, why not take one?
well,
I
gotta go get Gib.
Oh,
Oh,
wait,
we
no,
did leave
we
Gib.
we said we were gonna do that after the long rest. That's also in the episode. Like, me and you had already
Oh,
left to go get Gib.
but-
I thought at the end of the thing.
Oh, so Gib's here?
Well,
All
no.
right, good night.
Well, no, I just meant that me me and you going to get Gib was technically where we left off.
I just wouldn't want to sleep in a tree.
Or you could sleep on the floor. Or in your pot.
Yeah, but Gib's tied to a tree.
I don't know what I do remember we talked about you two going to get Gib. I don't remember when that was in the order of resting versus not resting.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go take a short rest and I'm gonna go get him.
While everyone else is sleeping?
I mean, you're awake. All right, Marjorie.
Okay, yeah. I'll just pull it back a little bit. All's good.
Alright, fair enough. What happens
Sorry
now?
about that.
All right, God, I'm gonna go get Gib now.
Okay,
After my
you're
short
gonna go
rest.
get Gib. Is there a purpose for Gib? Are you
I mean,
gonna?
Yeah, he's
Is
going
he
to
gonna go
negotiate a
talk to-
peace.
Yeah. We went to go get Gib because he was going to be
okay.
part of our plan. Like we had a whole that was like all part of the end of that.
Okie doke. Well, then, Marjorie, make a perception check with advantage. Everyone else, get your long rest or short rest heals and replenishments as they come. Yeah.
Is a 21, God?
Nice.
I
Okay.
see everything. I perceive it all.
You perceive it all. So, what you see probably half an hour into your watch shift, you see a kobold head poke out from from behind the waterfall. I assume you throw a rock at it or in some way
I
try and spook
sure
him.
do. I throw a rock.
I think with a 21, in your brief glimpse and your thrown rock, you notice that the head of this kobold is green.
Okay.
I think.
Does anything
I
exciting happen at night?
Does anything exciting happen at night? No, nothing exciting happens at night. Because you were very
Well,
aware, and you only wanted to
I
stay
wake
up
up.
for like 4 or 5 hours, and then Sparklonius is up.
All right, Marjorie.
Sparklonius, you're headed to get Gib.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get Gib now. Marjorie, I'm gonna go get Gib now.
All right.
He's He's probably tired of sleeping in the tree at this point.
Probably has to go to the bathroom. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to.
How
All
far?
right then.
How far is it from where we are to where Gib is? God.
Yeah, I mean, my goal was definitely to go with Sparkalonius to get Gibbs, so I guess I will take a short rest, or I can, I guess, chat with Gib when he gets back.
Yeah, you can sleep. I didn't wake you up. I don't know how light of a sleeper you are.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
All right. You head to the tree. It probably takes 15 minutes to
That
go
seems
over
about
to
right.
to go get Gib, and then you get Gib. You guys just tied him to a tree? Tied him up into a tree? Like,
I think we tied him to the tree. We didn't put him up in the tree this time. It was degrees of
he wasn't-
trust, so we got to
Yeah,
keep
he
his
wasn't.
feet on the ground
He
this time.
wasn't dangling. Yeah.
okay. Then Sparklonius, you come back, and Gib is still tied to his tree. He perks up when he sees you, because it probably means he's gonna get untied.
All right, Gib.
Sparkalonius. It's I wasn't sure if you were gonna come back. It's good to you're gonna untie me now, yeah?
Gib, I'm not gonna lie to you. I came back as soon as I could. Yeah. So I think it's time, everyone else is just sort of right behind me, so we're just gonna go on back towards the kobold hideout.
Alrighty.
Does that sound agreeable?
Have you taken care of all the kobolds in it?
Well, see, that's the thing. We did our best to not harm very many of them. So at this moment, pretty much everyone, but I think maybe 2 are alive. Maybe three or four are dead. But everyone else is either asleep or in the cave. So honestly, we were kind of hoping that maybe you could come along and maybe we could negotiate some sort of agreement. We sort of like the Goblin Village, Kobold Village.
Okay. That's an that's an interesting proposition. What I don't represent anybody though.
We just need you as a translator.
Okay.
So here's the thing. I can comprehend languages using a song, but I can't speak it, so we would need your help there.
Okay. I'll do my best. All right.
All right, Gib. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to untie you, but I'm going to tie our arms together because we're such good friends.
All right.
All right then. Come on back. Do you want to skip?
Do you?
A little bit. I just woke up from a nice nap. I mean, I came here as soon as I could.
Sure. Let's see.
Do you want me to roll a skip check?
I'm
I
gonna
don't
have
know if I'm
him roll
proficient
a
in that.
skip check.
How do you tie? Wait, how are you guys tied together? Because
So
you're-
he's got his wrist tied in like a triple knot, and Sparkalonius just has like the rope in him.
How strong is Sparkalonius's self?
He's got incredible core muscles.
Okay.
He holds that pot all
That's
day, every
nothing.
day.
Wait, so the rope is just in his middle? It's not in his hand part? It's just like.
It's tied to the pot.
That can only last so long, so you gotta hurry if you want to keep it tied to you.
It's
It's
the
only
rope.
15 minutes there. If I focus, I cannot eat it. If I focus.
What does the texture of rope taste like to Sparkalonius? Is that a good texture?
Yeah, it's it's one thing, but there's a lot of it.
Mm.
Neat. Okay. Well, you
we
tether
skip on?
yourself together. You skip. What is your
Skipalonius wanted you to skip.
you and Gib skip. I think
Hee hee.
part of the way until you're tired. He got a 16 on his skip check. So he's skipping just fine. He already knows how to do it. You didn't have to teach him. He's just going for it. And you guys skip your way back to the campsite. Where at this point I guess everyone else is still asleep. It's just Marjorie. So now it's Marjorie, Gib, and Sparkalonius.
The
So
same
Gib,
I was making when thinking about this bubble person and a lizard tied together, skipping down a trail.
I don't think we were skipping at that point. I think we were done skipping, but we are panting.
Yeah, no, Gib is tired. Yeah, he is skipped out. And he says,
And is anyone got any grub, any food?
Oh yeah,
I
I can give you a ration pack.
Sparkalonius, are your ration packs edible?
So I've got a pack of Sparkalonius rations, which are like knickknacks that Barson prepared for me, and then I've got 5 regular rations in case of emergency. Those
Okay,
came
cool.
with my pack that I bought forever ago. Mom said I had to buy one, so I bought one.
They're like real old.
He scarfs it down, and you wouldn't know it was old by how quickly he just downs the whole thing.
How long has it been since we fed Gib?
It's been a while.
This
hasn't
may
it?
be the first time.
Yeah, but I mean, it's only been like we haven't had Gib for more than like 24 hours, even. So
We haven't
Not-
had Gib for more than 3 episodes.
yeah, it's not been that long.
Yeah, this is episode 4 with Gib, and I think this is day 2 with Gib, and I think we are at probably 24 hours or maybe just above. But
Yeah, like
yes.
about
And
about
day-
that time. But that's I think.
And
fine.
day 97 on that ration pack. Day 97.
He doesn't know it, and neither would the audience if I hadn't just told them. Yeah, you watch in mild astonishment as Gib crushes this ancient ration pack. Do you have anything to do with Gib before the rest of the party wakes up and things start happening?
All right, Gib, so we're going to keep watch. That sound all right? So Marjorie can have a little nap.
I mean,
guess so.
I was at
Do
full
you know
health.
any good... Are you not sleepy?
It's
Do
only
you
been
ever go
4 hours.
night-night?
No, I mean
All
I
right,
do.
we can all keep watch. Like, do you know any good campfire stories, Marjorie?
This is my first campfire with people. Really, urchins are kind of solitary. So
What about
no.
you, Gib?
Yeah, okay. I'll tell a campfire story, sure.
Sick.
Once upon a time, there were some gnomes, and
I don't like where this is going.
and they fell into a river and drowned.
All right.
It's
You know what?
it's funny because the gnomes drowned.
It wasn't as bad as I thought.
While this is happening, Marjorie has been waking up because this is
Is it? No one likes my story. It's a
I
hit,
like
and all the
Going to
kobold
interrupt
gatherers.
this. Gonna interrupt a long rest for this?
well, let's just say that it's already been a long rest. I feel like we can't spend time listening.
Hear my story.
We can't spend time listening to Gib tell short stories of different species drowning in rivers.
How did you know how the next story ended?
Yeah, I use my context clues.
You're a witch.
She's got that insight, that powerful insight.
I do have powerful insight.
Witch's insight.
Okay,
Which
everyone's
insight
awake.
is it?
Wake up, y'all. It's time to do things.
Do you play a little song on your horn?
Yeah, it sounds like cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo. Wake up!
Harbo in the morning wants to sorry. He has a little he wants to do his little feature for his artificer. He's gonna like fiddle around with a little it's just like a steel ball. But it can open up and let's see. I think what I want to go with is this object sheds light in a 5-foot radius and dim light for another 5 feet. I think a distraction orb is going to be the most helpful. And then I also want to welcome Gib back. Gib, good to see you again. As I promised, it would be best to have you be able to protect yourself, and I want to outfit Gib with a... Well, I guess I present a longsword to him, because that's all I have. I don't have an extra dagger. I want to offer Gib a longsword. Can you use this weapon? I think your brethren were able to. I just don't know if you are able to. I think
Holy shit.
How
That
tall
was
is
so rude.
Gib?
I
Versus
think
a
that's the
longsword?
only fights I've had, so I imagine that
Gib
I
is
picked it
4
up off
feet
of...
tall.
I think that's where I
Is
picked
he
it up
ripped?
from.
Did we forget to mention that he was absolutely ripped and that his arms are just so strong?
Well,
no,
I guess
he's regular kobold strength, which is not very.
they probably had daggers too, and I guess I could have just picked up an extra dagger. So I can outfit with one of their daggers and say, like, here's a dagger for you. Gib. If the long sword doesn't work, if it's a little too big for you, I can give you one of these daggers.
Thank you. I'll take the daggers. They're what I'm used to.
Perfect. I don't know why I didn't start there.
Is he still tied to Sparklonius?
Oh yeah, check that out.
Gonna assume no. Either he's been
It's
untied or
just-
the rope
it's
has
just the
dissolved at
loop.
this point.
Yeah, it's just the loop that was attached to Gib, and then just like maybe 1 foot.
I feel like we must let Gib off the rope for this.
Oh, he's already off.
Perfect. I mean, just in terms of our trust for this mission to succeed, if we are going to be talking up a game of call it
It would be difficult for Parlay.
parlay, yeah.
If he was tied up, he wouldn't represent. He'd represent even less than he already does.
Exactly.
Oh,
Okay.
wait.
Oh.
Wait.
Wait.
Sorry, I remembered. During the night, during my watch, a kobold peeped out, and it was another green one.
That is
And
a
I
good
kind of
thing.
gesture over to the corpse of the green one over there, in reference. So there is more than one that has more strength, or maybe some kind of magical connection.
Yeah, Gib, what's up with the green ones?
The green ones Well, all right. Can you keep a secret?
No.
Yes.
Well, then come over
Yeah.
here.
And he
I'll
ushers
close my ears
those
and
of
la
you
la
who
la
can't
la
keep
la.
a secret. Or he ushers those of you.
Come over here. Here, come here. Come. There's a dragon in the woods. There's a dragon in the woods, and it gave us his blessing. Not all of us, obviously, just the green ones.
Is he in league with those 2 kids that wanted us to come save their cat dragon?
Gonna say.
What?
Uh-huh.
What?
The 2
What?
elvish kids that wanted us to save their cat, but we think it was a dragon.
Yeah.
We didn't get into what they were about at all.
We're
Because those
definitely
kids
crossing
were
their
all
paths
evil.
down the
conjecture on
line.
the
I
party's part,
can't speak to
absolutely.
them. Could have been a cat. Could have been a dragon. Could have been literally
dra-
anything else.
Hey, Gib, does the dragon have 2 elven child sidekicks that...
Not that I know of, but dragons are really mysterious. We're I'm not even worthy to lick his toenails, so I'm not exactly the person to ask.
So
Oh, come on,
I
Gib.
didn't get
Keep
the
it up,
dragon
keep it
blessing.
better.
You see that I am brown.
what powers does the dragon give to these chosen ones?
Just sort of boosts them in all the ways. They hit harder. They're stronger. They're more constituted. I don't know. They're better than us.
And
Because the dragon said so.
Reconstituted.
and
They
give.
do
Okay.
to get the...
What?
Go ahead. I was gonna ask a question, but go ahead.
No, do your thing.
I was just
Everyone's
saying,
got questions for Gib.
What do they have to do to get those like what made them choose them over, let's say, you or any of the other ones over here?
They say that the ones chosen have dragon souls, but I don't know. He chose Shib, not me.
That's alright, Gib. We chose you. Isn't
Yeah,
that better
Gib.
than a blessing from a stinky old dragon?
You've got the soul of a homie.
I like that.
The soul of a homie.
Oh, Gib.
Gib.
He doesn't know what a homie is, but he's all about it.
I'd like to question. So
Neither do I.
the green kobolds that they've been blessed by the dragon in the forest, which I guess is a problem for later. But the problem for now is, could you tell us a little bit more about IronBones as well? Isn't he behind the waterfall along with these green kobolds?
IronBones is the boss.
Yeah.
He's in charge. He is a goblin. He's covered in tattoos. He's not from around here.
He sounds hot.
I couldn't.
Last episode,
mammals,
you had to
right? I
seduce
couldn't.
him.
I don't know. No, it's all mammals to me. You weird, warm-blooded freaks.
Speak for yourself.
I am right now. You weird, warm-blooded freaks.
Ouch.
What was the question? IronBones. He showed up with a bunch of hobgoblins, and they beat the absolute tar out of the old leader. And they said, all right, we beat him. So this is your new leader. His name's IronBones. You listen to him. And so we have. And he said, raid the merchants and, get the captives and such. So we've been doing that.
So on top of IronBones, we also have a number of hobgoblins to deal with.
Not here. They left IronBones in charge.
Okay. That makes me feel a little better.
Yes. They said you look at this goblin. This goblin could lick 10 of you, and we believe it. And so now he's the boss.
Is IronBones dressed by the dragon? I meant to say blessed.
Dragon picks out his outfit.
His tattoos, maybe.
Is he dressed by the dragon?
He is green.
It's
I
true.
assume.
It's true. Kobolds they take the color of the of a dragon. What blesses them. Handy dandy that way, I guess.
You should
Oh,
know a
alright.
lot, Gib.
What was your
He's a
question?
kobold. Who's your favorite out of us?
He points at Thaddeus.
Oh,
All right.
kind of nice.
Can't fault you for that.
He
I did
hasn't
bury
killed
him in
me
the rope
the most
yarn.
times.
Yeah, but his body count on your friends and family might be the highest.
Shush.
Shib, Tib,
Uh-huh.
Nib.
That soup back
Alright,
there
so,
that we pulled you from was entirely of his creation.
Yeah,
Oh, this soup.
but that was all their fault.
All right, now
So
I
if
can
we
hear
beat
you.
IronBones, then we can be the new leaders.
And we can
I-
all get tattoos.
Well,
Sure, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
almost all of us. Sorry.
We could at least
I
brokerage
guess I've never tried.
a peace with them to
Yes.
stop harrying the merchant caravans.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yes. IronBones is responsible for that. We would have been nice, well-behaved, good kobolds if it wasn't for him. Yep.
Well,
no,
All right,
sure.
Gib.
let's ask.
Hey, what?
I like you, Gib.
We're cool.
When we met you, you and your friends had made a pit full of spikes, and then and you were gonna throw
IronBones told
rocks
him to
at
make a
people.
pit full of spikes.
It's pretty natural kobold stuff, all things considered.
That's what I'm saying. He thinks that like it was for the merchants, but it's all natural. Like all's good,
Uh-huh.
but we could just redirect
I mean, I
their
shouldn't care I'm
focus.
evil, but let's figure out what we want to say. I always find it best to draft it out.
I'm sorry, Marjorie. You're what? Let's take a reverse. Let's like Did you just begin that sentence with "I don't care, I'm evil"? Excuse me.
I might have, yes.
Gonna do
Okay.
something about that?
The change has begun.
I think it goes on the list, but we'll figure it out down the line. I think there are far more like pressing matters at the moment, but we should chat about that a little later.
It
Yes,
does
I-
explain some things.
Evil is such a strong word.
It's
What
the
do
word
we
you
do?
use.
Used it. It is the word that you
Hey,
chose.
I kept y'all safe all night. Nothing happened to any of you. You guys were all okay. No one got any damage. I even threw a rock at a dragon-blessed kobold when he tried to poke his head out.
Exactly why I think it goes on the bottom of the list, but you have to see why it goes on the list still.
Fair enough. What do we want to say?
I think we should start with hello.
All right, Gib. What is hello in kobold?
He makes a sound.
Okay.
Why don't we ask Gib what would be the appropriate way to approach something in a kobold fashion?
To not get
Mm.
crushed by whatever trap lies within the waterfall.
Oh. Let's see. Beating the trap is a tricky one. I'm not really sure. If you don't look like a kobold, I'm not sure how you go through the waterfall and you don't get trapped.
Um,
I do a couple
You look like a
poses.
kobold.
it's
Oh
true.
yeah, does Gib react at all to him being a kobold now, but with the voice of?
Oh,
yeah,
that's a
I've
good
dropped my
point.
voice entirely. There's no reason to be. Gib, you have to. I gave you the daggers. You have to understand that this is Haribo. At
This
this
is a
point, I
different
felt it would have been
kobold.
natural. I kind of forgot I looked like one of your kind, but
You know, I also forgot.
He hasn't been
what?
speaking
Dang.
kobold.
see, I kind of thought it would be natural, but I guess it just registered with you.
It's a kobold with a southern accent.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well,
Do you need me to be Haribo for this? Should I be back into Haribo? Would that make things easier for you, Gib?
no. The real issue. Here's what I'll say about kobolds is that you've got to, if you want to take control of the tribal structure, you got to take out the leader. These hobgoblins, they took control because they managed to call the leader out, and the leader thought that he was dragon blessed enough to handle it, and he wasn't. And so now
Yeah,
IronBones is in
so-
charge.
so-
And the dragon hasn't like come by, so there's not been anybody to knock IronBones out of his spot. You know?
But IronBones is behind the waterfall. Is that?
Oh yeah,
that's
he's in
neat.
there.
Okay.
Does he have any sort of powers that we should be aware of before we go in there, Gib? Any that you
He's
have
real
seen?
mean.
He's real
It's
mean.
mean. That's his power.
All right.
Hobgoblin?
Good fashion sense.
Dragon blessed kobold.
Well,
How
because
does-
kobolds aren't very strong.
Even dragon blessed ones?
The Dragon
Oh, they're
Blast one
stronger.
took like 4 or 5 hits from Thaddeus. That was pretty
That's
tough.
what I'm saying.
The dragon blessed one is sturdy, perhaps even sturdier than like the average hobgoblin, but that's just like literally the average one.
But now we're talking about a boss named
So
Goblin.
this is. Okay, so this is okay.
He's gonna have his
so
own
he's
health bar when we go
super
in there.
buff.
It's gonna come
Yeah,
out
this is
across
a
the bottom of
goblin-
the screen. It's gonna be terrifying music playing.
This is a goblin who was
Yeah.
raised by hobgoblins. This is he's an intense little fella.
You got to take out the ads before you take the name.
It's very important.
No. We've got to convince the ads to help us with Gib.
If Baldur's Gate 3 has taught me anything, it's choke points. It's choke points. They're the only thing that's gonna work on any amount of 10 versus 4 bullshit.
Any of that?
Or we've got
Definitely
5.
interesting
We
to
have
watch
10.
Baldur's Gate 3 have an effect on the way that you play this game.
It's going to for
Or
sure.
none at all. Choke points is always the way.
So, reality check. Do we feel that Gib has any prayer of getting us a parlay? Or should we use Gib to do some sort of distraction so we can either get into the cave or get them out of the cave in a reasonable set of numbers to take them out?
I
I
think
think we just want to get them away so we can go via IronBones.
yeah, I think that if our intent is to sort of assault the cave, then the trap should be the first thing on our mind, and I might be able to rig some sort of distraction to maybe convince them to drop the trap before we go in. We cannot, I don't believe, assault, like we cannot just jump through the waterfall while that trap remains. I think
Maybe we
Gib
could
could
smoke them out.
smoke them out, might work. Gib,
The waterfall.
what do you, Gib, what would work, what do you think would work best in this situation, being a part of this tribe?
Well,
It's most important for us to broker a peace right now. IronBones is our only target. Your community is not.
Well, if you can intimidate them in a strong enough way, perhaps you can get them to stand aside. I'd say a kobold leader might be dumb enough to be called out for a challenge, because kobolds are full of valor and bravery and maybe not the most smarts. But goblins are cowards. They're gonna hide behind every warm body they can get their hands on.
But your bodies are cold.
If we
Cold-blooded.
enter into this waterfall, is it good? Does it go deeper? Like, will we be able to challenge a goblin or a kobold leader to sort of single combat while in this room? Like, we would not IronBones step in if he's a coward?
I think it is less a matter of getting him to come out and fight you, because he's not going to want to no matter what. It's a matter of persuading the rest of the kobolds not to stand in the way.
Actually, that is
So
very fair.
if you can persuade them, or if you can spook them, there's a chance of it, right?
We've got
But
a
if you spook
battlefield
them too
all
good,
set.
they might set off a trap. Like this is the problem that we have, is that they're all in the cave behind the waterfall.
Will they
And
come out
there's
if we
also-
challenge them to single combat out on the battlefield? Just like one by one? If you give us their name one by one, can I shout beyond the waterfall and be like, Bib, I challenge you?
Well, that's really insensitive of you, because Bib's already dead.
All right, I meant Chib.
We heard they called you a butt.
Chib. I've heard you
Chib's
smell
tied
like
up over there.
ass.
Chib's tied up
You gonna
over there.
take that lying down, Chib?
Would
Yeah, he's
that
tied up.
actually work? Because I'll go single combat toe-to-toe 14 separate times against these kobolds. I feel comfortable with that fight.
I'll say Gabe the Dungeon Master really wishes it would, because that is hysterical. But
No.
I didn't
You're,
think so.
like I said, you'd have to persuade them. The leader's in charge, so they're gonna do what he says, unless you can scare him or persuade him not to, and then maybe he'll have to deal with it.
If you want to be nonviolent, we can try our best to undermine the leader and make the kobolds think that he's trash, so they should ditch him.
It seems like we need to be very scary.
Gib could
So-
talk us up. Tell him of the
Here's
soup, Gib.
Here's a thought. Gib can go in. You can go in because you're in goblin form. And Sparkalonius can go in some sort of small container that might go unnoticed. And what could you do, Sparkalonius, that would be awe-inspiring or terrifying once you got through the waterfall?
I could
probably-
pop out of the box and put a bunch of them to sleep. And then say, look at that, they're so afraid they're unconscious. Boo!
So,
You would have to do
Arbo,
it
what
fast enough.
have you got in? Go ahead.
Well, you have to do it fast enough because that one guy's sole job is to cut the rope as soon as he's
Yeah.
has something hinky going down.
I could do it from inside the box, I think.
If he sees Gib at a minimum, we've got that they don't know Gib's on our side yet. At least, we think.
Yeah.
It's true. No one's seen
Um,
old traitorous Gib be traitorous yet.
Yeah,
One
don't call
can-
yourself that in there.
I don't like. Yeah, I'm not
Don't
loving
use
that.
Don't
Don't
use
put it
that
there.
title.
I'm not loving that you still call yourself traitorous Gib now that you're hanging with us, homie.
It's me. I'm back, traitorous Gib.
It's homie Gib.
Traitorous homie Gib.
I like that plan. I think I think that's the best plan we've come with so far.
okay.
I didn't realize I could change all of my spells on a long rest. So let me see if there's any spell. This feels like at camp, right? Like we're still chatting at camp.
This is we're
Yeah.
still around the bonfire, I would say. It sounds like we are going to
Has anybody
Be
poked
here
their head
a while.
out while we've been
No.
doing this? Okay.
I mean, has anybody been watching, or have we all been talking in the campfire?
Well,
I can watch.
Sounds like we've all been talking in the campfire.
With my body. Probably at disadvantage.
He can turn one pebble to the back of his head and watch.
Oh,
The
that's
pebbles
true.
can't actually
Sparkalonius
see.
does sort of have tremor sense, doesn't he?
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the pebbles. That's so funny.
But
The
it would
pebbles
look
are-
cool.
But
The
he could
pebbles
for
are
sure.
for us.
He could for sure do
I
that.
mean,
That's awesome.
it would look like I was watching, even if
Yeah.
I wasn't.
I don't know that I can't really pick up a spell that like I'm fiddling around with my belt, and there's just nothing I think that I can make this thing do right now that would be like big and showy.
And when you say this thing, you're meaning the belt, yeah?
Of course, I mean the belt.
All right. Just double checking.
Thanks for clarifying, Sparkalonius.
I'm not. All right. This is
Okay.
I am gonna change out. I'm gonna turn off the thunderclap setting and turn on a different setting. That's a
I
cantrip
could
switch out.
I could try coming in along with you folks, but very low to the ground. That's all I've got.
I mean, I just don't. None of us have like a big. Do you, Marjorie, have any big showy spells or whatnot that we could maybe strike some fear into them with?
Kill them though.
I can create
you're
this
scary.
lit
There's no
ball.
element of surprise if Marjorie comes in because she's clearly not a kobold.
Yeah,
they're
but
gonna-
Marjorie's
they're gonna-
scary.
They're gonna cut the rope, and then I'm just gonna get hit.
Oh
by
fuck! Right, it's
something.
just me and Gib holding Sparkalonia. Sorry, I for some reason forgot that somehow.
You can turn into an animal. That doesn't include kobolds.
Can you turn
I-
into like a
I-
mouse?
I can only turn into a tiger. I think I can only turn into
That
one
will
thing.
be very subtle.
Oh, one thing.
It'd be very scary though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
would
a
be scary.
shifter thing, not a class thing. I think as far as it goes, probably the best you guys are going to be able to shoot for is to get advantage on an intimidation check using special effects of some sort. I imagine that they're...
I mean,
see.
to me, it just feels like I would switch out a cantrip for prestidigitation, which is just like a big. I can make something sound or look bigger. Basically, I guess that's not prestidigitation. That is something else. There's two that are
Is it
very
thaumaturgy?
It is thaumaturgy. Does anyone have? I can't do thaumaturgy, actually, unfortunately.
I think I probably can. But
Oh,
I
And I
can't
also
give
imagine that
myself
there
bardic
is
inspiration.
it's probably only like 6 inches deep, but there is probably a small pool of water on the inside of the waterfall. That makes sense to me. Like on the inside of the cave. If Sparkalonius wants to do his like spread out in a small amount of water thing, I don't know.
It's not very intimidating either.
No, I
No,
mean
but a spell that came out of nowhere.
a blob coming
They're
out of
not
the
very
water at the
smart.
same time that a
Alright.
spell goes off, you know.
Yeah.
So
It's
here's
a
what we're gonna
wisdom
do.
save probably to avoid being affected by this.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get in that puddle out of the box. You're gonna set the box down next to the puddle. I'm gonna cast a big explosion when you, Tamagotchi, are going to become not a kobold, but something bigger.
Oh, actually, that's a
Like a man.
fantastic idea. Actually, 100%.
And I'm gonna play you a little tune so that you can be even scarier. Ba, 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 ba,
Oh.
ba, ba, ba.
Oh, this is actually fucking ideal. So
I'm liking
But-
this.
I'll read
It
it.
could
I'll
be a-
read
it
it
could
when
be
it
a
happens. But this
hobgoblin.
is perfect. I'll read it right when it happens. But 100%, yes. I think that
Yeah,
is
hobgoblin.
ideal.
So
could be a
Marjorie and I
dragon.
will wait just outside of the waterfall for your signal
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
on either side of the opening, not right in the
Okay.
middle where said
No.
crap might affect us.
Whatever
Gib,
trap it might be.
I just need you to herald me as an alternative for power here to get this started.
You can carry
Nice.
the box, Gib.
Oh, sure, okay. the empty box?
Nope, I'm gonna be in it, and you're gonna put the
Oh.
box down next to the puddle.
You can just be wait, Sparkle, why are you into a
Alright.
puddle? There's no puddle.
Sure.
It's a waterfall. You can just go under the water. Like, can't you move on the water in through the waterfall and then
Heck,
be in the
I could hold my
puddle?
breath for a while.
Yeah,
You
so
can, if
just
you want to be
slide
in
under the
box.
waterfall into the puddle.
All right, all right.
So
Okay.
So are we in the box or in the water?
No, Gibbs holding an empty box. Gonna go in
Okay.
from the water.
It's all about misdirection.
But I am
Never let
going
him
to
know what you're thinking.
change the. I'm gonna change the type of kobold. Should I go green kobold for the introduction,
Oh,
or should I should
Um,
at least change my face because 4 of them have seen me, and so I'm gonna at least change like kobold features to look like a different kobold. But
Is
and when
there a
I do
kobold
this,
Yeah, you could turn into the green one that Thaddeus and Marjorie killed.
I think that's a great idea. Yeah, I'm gonna turn into that one. That way, in case any part of the conversation, I can say we ran them off. But when this happens, it starts out at the belt, and there's little like triangles of light that connect and just like spread out across my body, and it changes like the little features. It's like very digital-esque.
Gib,
That
what
must be
was the green?
baffling for everyone else.
What was the green one's name? That way, we know. Who was he?
He was my brother.
Zib.
Wib.
Yep, there it is. He was my brother Zib.
Oh, sorry. I mean,
All right, Zib.
It's okay. He turned into a real dick when he turned green.
When he
Thought he
turned
was all better than
green.
everyone else.
When he got
Is there
gone
Really did.
list.
Because the dragon said so, but he was still a dick.
Well,
wait.
And now that he's
your
dead,
bro-
I can say
your-
that.
You're brothers, but they didn't choose both of you, even though you have the same.
We don't have the same
Don't
soul.
Don't rub it in,
He's a
Marjorie, come
hero.
on.
I'm traitorous Gib.
No, you're homie
Oh!
Gib.
Or maybe
did
I guess he
right.
was a hero.
Yes, he was.
He wasn't here, and now you're.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about all this, Gib.
Awesome.
Okay, so you are transforming into my recently deceased brother Zib, and the two of us are going behind that waterfall to trick the rest of the tribe. Yes.
That you're saying that Zib is now deciding I'm gonna take on IronBones.
Is that what? Maybe sure. I guess.
Is that what?
No,
it,
because I
just wanted
need
double
to
check.
transform in front of these guys. So I think I just look like a green kobold because I don't want it. I don't want to be Zib, just a green kobold. And I want Zib to herald me as a new leader, definitely. But then I want to transform into a hobgoblin because that is what triggers one of my effects. Is that people see me transform.
I see, I
So
see.
that will be
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that sounds like a
core
plan.
of
Gib is
This
just announced
feels like a
you as
plan.
the
This feels like
challenger?
something that could happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, then
All right, then
fuck it up.
y'all squat up. Gib has Sparkalonius's pot full of nonsense, and you have your hands free, and Sparkalonius is in the water, and you guys you go through the waterfall. Let's get deception checks. I think advantage
stealth
for
from
you.
me.
Stealth for you, Sparkalonius. Deception for you, Tamagotchi. Advantage for both of you because you have a great plan. And deception for Gib. Gib.
15.
19.
He's traitorous Gib. He should be pretty deceitful.
You get bonuses for betraying.
He might.
Well-
I don't know. I've never played this game before.
No matter
Sounds
what
like
happens,
it's a
I
core part of his
cleric.
being.
I rolled a 12 twice. So advantage, disadvantage, there's really nothing I could do about that.
That's
So
the best Gib can offer.
Okay, so
I
who
got
had
a
the 15? Who had the
19.
19?
Oh.
You had the 19 on your deception. Okay.
Sparkalonius 15.
15, that's plenty. No one is expecting a blob in the water, so no one is looking for a blob in the water. So even a 12 probably could be manageable there. Gib goes through the waterfall like a kobold would, I would assume. That's, good for the disguise. He's pretty shifty and anxious, but kobolds are shifty and anxious. So, tracks. Tamagotchi with a 19, you feel like one of you
Dragon
really mull
blessed.
over the dragon blessed, exactly, that sense of it, that adjective, and you strut through this this waterfall. Roll an insight check, all four of you, or
This
yes, insight.
reminds me specifically. If anyone has seen the I was reincarnated as a slime. The actual kobold that gets named and becomes like his name is like Gaku or some shit like that, and he just becomes the
Yeah.
cockiest
He-
motherfucker, and I love him so much. He's so weak, but he's so funny.
He's
Natural
the dumbest.
20.
Yeah.
Goodness.
I
All
got
right.
I meet all their
15.
eyes.
Okay. What did you say, Sparkalonius?
16.
With a 16, you remember Sparkalonius to make sure that M has his shield. Tamagotchi's got his shield that the other green kobold dropped.
Flashback.
Don't forget your shield.
Flash
I
forward.
actually I get his shield and his weapon, like his specific outfit. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you've got his shield and his spear, and you come in and you plant his spear, and you look around, and you
Meet every
scan the
eye
whole.
in the room.
Yes, you do. You just across the whole perimeter of this cavern. And this cavern, we haven't really talked about it. It is fairly deep. There are stone columns supporting the interior of this. It looks like it has perhaps been hollowed out a little bit further. It extends into the gloom, per se. You can see 30 feet, but you don't see the wall, the back wall of this under waterfall cave. What you do see is a bunch of kobolds. I think I said there were 12 or 13 of them, mostly rust-colored. You see two that are green, and one that is purple.
I meet the purple one's eyes. The longest and the hardest.
Okay, and with a 19, you definitely you cow all of the rust-colored kobolds. They all sort of flinch away from your gaze. When you meet the eyes of the other green ones, they like straighten up and like plant their spears and are like, we're on it. We're setting that same example. And the blue one just regards you, I would say.
I want to look down at I want to just like look down at Gib, and I want to nod as if to like he can begin to herald me.
Brethren, this is
Did we come up with a kobold name that wasn't Gib's brother's name?
Gwib.
Or do we just want Tamagotchi?
Gwib.
Guib?
Yeah,
Two
yeah.
Bs. Two Bs.
GWIB. Gwib.
Gwib.
Wib.
All right.
behold,
Oh my
brethren.
god. Oh my god. Two
Gwib.
cameras. Holy shit.
The drama.
There was going to
That's
be a
it?
third camera if I'd had more time. It was going to be, in another place, but this is what you have when
Already
you've got the
blown
time.
away by two cameras.
Behold, Gwib.
Is that it?
He is the strongest. He is the fastest. He ran off those interlopers. The interlopers who were here and killed so many of us. But only Gwib and I, Gib and Gwib, we survived. And then he and then he looks over at you and under his breath he's like, "What else was I supposed to say?"
Oh, that's perfect. I whisper.
And then an explosion rips out from behind you guys in a great fiery display.
At that exact moment, I want to transform into a hobgoblin. So I go from like this to like this. And nope, now that's way high. And I guess unsettling visage is an effect of that when people see it when I'm in combat. But it's when they make attack rolls with me, I impose disadvantage if I like transfer forms while they do that. But I think that should like lend to
Let's
this
instead give you
moment,
advantage
right?
to your intimidate check.
Yeah, yeah.
That makes sense.
So I come up and I say, and I am going to be the new leader of this kobold crew. I should have thought about what I was gonna say, Gib.
Another explosion.
You know, so should I.
A third explosion.
So many
wait.
explosions.
Here we go. Here we go.
Roll
What
that
is
a
this?
third time, honestly. I think there's triple advantage on this just because there's so many different things happening here. You're a hobgoblin. Gib was cool. Sparkalonius is making stuff happen. Sparkalonius, what are you making happen here?
Just like fireworks. Just literally just fireworks happening in the mouth of this cave.
Heard. Okay.
What check am I doing? Is it performance?
Intimidation.
And you've got Bardic Inspiration. You got a D6 there.
Oh.
That was that little tune that I played for you, the hype up tune.
Little hype up ditty. A 6 on the hype up ditty. That brings it to 21.
Oh. Okay. These guys have
A good
no
plan.
charisma, but
It took us a while, but we got there.
It always takes us a while.
You see all of the rust-colored ones almost flee. Like half of them just disappear into the gloom, like the further back gloom of this, as they just like run.
Don't do that. I want you on my team. Don't run. God damn it.
The other two green ones, they meet your gaze briefly, and then they're like, oh, all right, never mind. All right, cool. Yep, nope. All right. And what did you roll on your intimidation? 21?
21.
And the purple one, he takes a step back, and he's got a staff, and he sort of puts the staff between the two of you. No one seems overly excited to take you up on this challenge, and then okay.
If no one here is willing to take my challenge, then if my understanding is right, Gib, I believe that makes me, Gwib, the leader of this here outfit. And Gib, you can be my second in command. You can be Gwib blessed.
That's pretty good.
God damn, that was good.
Oh man. Gwib blessed.
Gwib blessed.
Gwibblist.
It's very good.
Okay, and then a voice comes out of the darkness, and I have to come up with a voice now.
And he says Briark.
Sweet. I did it.
Briark.
Oh.
is deep.
It is. I was trying to find like goblin, but deeper. Though that doesn't leave me a ton of room for hobgoblin. I'll have to figure that out at some point. Briark.
Maybe go deep and suave, because he's in charge. He knows he's in charge. He feels comfortable in charge, you know?
He's got
Let
tattoos.
there be peace among the kobolds. Clearly, none can stand up to IronBones.
And IronBones makes his appearance. From the gloom steps a goblin, an above average size goblin. He might be able to look Thaddeus in the face. This goblin. He has muscles. He has tattoos. He has axes. He is carrying an axe in each hand, as well as a two-handed battle axe strapped to his back. He looks mean. He's got scars and tattoos. He's a whole video game character, this goblin. He's got all of the
character design,
little
guys.
decals on him.
He has character design, guys.
Character design. Oh no.
And he's wearing a like a visor. That on the temples of the visor are a pair of ram's horns that spool out from either side of his head. And he brandishes his axes and he says,
If anyone is bold enough to challenge me for leadership of this here tribe, let him step forward.
I whisper down to Sparkalonius in the water. I say, is it supposed to be me, or do we want Thaddeus to do this one? Because I have a fighter for this, but I don't know if I'm supposed to be the one to fight this man. Because, you know, the one-on-one is not necessary. I've proven time and time again this is not what I should be doing.
Tamagotchi, it's all right. But allow me to give you a plan. Just say he's not worth it, and say you've summoned a champion, and then I'll herald him in.
Yes. Oh my God. I say.
Sorry.
No, please.
Is when the kobolds scattered, is the one that is gonna cut the rope also gone?
Oh, that's a good point. Is the rope
trap
still being held?
Rope guy. I gotta. You know what? I'm gonna make a specific roll for rope guy.
I just don't want.
No, that's actually the most important question of the moment. That's a good question.
No, that's definitely. I should have rolled for him by himself beforehand. Rope guy is visible. I will say rope guy is not next to his rope anymore.
I look over at IronBones and I say, I kind of thought there would be more of a challenge here. But since I don't think that you should stand up to someone like me, I do have a champion that might stand in my place. And I say, and he as well should be heralded just like myself. And I stamp my foot on the ground.
Sparkalonius rises from the puddle with a sweet horn beat. It's like burp 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 burp. And then he says, because he can speak while he's playing the horn, he says,
Thad. Yes, he's our man. Thaddeus. Tall as a can. If there were a bunch of them. Here he comes.
And then Sparkalonius leans behind the waterfall and shouts,
All right, Thaddeus. Yes, you come on in. Come on in now.
All right.
Thaddeus, come on. Please.
I'm going in.
How do you enter, Thaddeus?
With both hands on my warhammer in a very aggressive pose to come stand by Haribo.
My champion. If If you
who
cannot
also
defeat the likes
received
of
bardic
him,
inspiration.
then why should you even face the likes of me?
All right.
Gesture to
he
myself performatively.
And also, Sparkalonius gives you a hearty slap on the back, and when he does that, he subtly casts heroism on you. Please take, now it is up to 4 temporary hit points every turn.
Love it. Thank you.
IronBones steps forward with his axes and he says, "It's cowardice not to fight your own battles.
I think it would be cowardice for me to get in the ring with you, young IronBones."
Young IronBones.
Shh! Quiet! Quiet! Shh!
Sorry, that was me. Sorry, that's
No, I
me.
know, I know, I know, I know.
Just remember that these are the terms. Don't go backing down when your champion's knocked in the dust."
Oh, I believe in Thaddeus. Thaddeus is the strongest champion I have under my wing.
Thaddeus will laugh out loud at that, even though it was in a language he
Wow.
doesn't understand.
Wow.
Oh,
okay.
fuck, right. Is he talking in common? How is he talking? Is this all translated through Gib, or is this in common?
Sparkalonius could translate.
No,
He
you
can cast
know, if it
comprehend
was
languages.
if it was translated through Gib, it would have been much funnier. So this has all been in common.
It's menacing.
Then actually, now that thanks for reminding me. Then he does say something in Draconic, and all of the kobolds spread out to the edges of this room to give him space. And he says, "Gib, Glib, or whatever your name is.
My name is Gwib,
And that's Gib.
and
I'm
that's
Sparkalonius.
Gib there.
You'd best be scooching, or you'll be in the line of fire."
I cede the floor to you, Thaddeus, and I move me and Gib off to the edge. Can we invite Marjorie in to watch? Because I don't just want to leave. Well, I guess we don't want them to. We don't want to play our hand before we should. So
That's all right.
I think here in this moment, I'm gonna give the table an opportunity to end the session because we are at 8:15, and we can set the scene for the next section. I imagine that Thaddeus and IronBones are beginning to sort of circle each other as the fight commences, and we can roll initiative to start off the next session.
I would say.
So if we want to sort of make our first move plans for the next session, then we'll have them as record for us when
let's
jump
set
in.
that scene at least.
So IronBones and Gib, or not Gib, IronBones and Thaddeus both have their weapons in hand and have issued their challenges. So now they're gonna fight. As for everybody else, all of the kobolds who aren't Gib or Gwib are against the walls. Gib is he's got his back to the waterfall where Thaddeus came through. Gwib, obviously, you have your own choice of where you want to be.
Gwib would like to look at Gib and attempt to start, along with the rest of the kobolds in the room, a sort of, war drum of like spears on shields for the clang for their battle.
Okay,
the sort of
okay.
like banging sound, so that Marjorie knows at least something intense is going on, and also that's a cool fucking battle sound.
Yeah, and Sparkalonius is soloing.
Against the wall, going.
And Sparkalonius is soloing during the war drums, going.
I'm sure I'll have the trumpet loop for that.
Gatton.
Hell yeah. Then I imagine that we kick off the next session with initiative. So
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's Thaddeus v IronBones and us just like, if we need it, we have backup. Because if we can, in the end, even if it turns into not a 1v1, if we can beat IronBones, we can probably intimidate our way out of the situation.
Yes.
So, like, we
Yeah.
can let the
True.
1v1
I agree.
happen, but, like, if it isn't
me.
going our way, like, we can make it go our way.
Yeah.
If nothing else, I could just put everyone to sleep again.
Exactly.
Can you just put IronBones to sleep?
No, he's probably got the most health.
Yeah.
Gotta pull his health down just a little bit.
Goes from low to high.
I
Alright,
love that.
Tenderize him so he's ready to go to sleep.
Aw. I love that canonically all we did was move like 6 feet.
Well,
Yeah.
we took a nap, and then I went and got Gib, and then we moved into the waterfall.
And don't forget, Gib ate some really old rations.
And we sat and planned for a long time.
We have, this is the first time we've known about a battle coming up over a hill that we could really plan for. I mean, kind of the Diggins, but we were already there, and I don't know. I guess we could
kinda
have
had a
actually
redo.
planned more for the Diggins, but this is better.
This is a good
I think
plan.
this is decent. This is a good plan. This is well rolled. This is well sketched out. Could we have done more this session? Maybe, but it worked out. So here we are. We're gonna get that one-on-one fight. It might turn into a whole scuffle. It might work out the way we want it to. Who's to say? It's up to the dice. Yeah.
None of us accomplished our goals.
No.
Yeah, no, I really tried to
No.
murder somebody with my bare hands, but it just didn't work out.
They just wouldn't die.
I threw a rock. Rocks aren't supposed to be
Thrown?
rock isn't an item.
What?
I built
Want
fear
us to use
in the eyes of kobolds.
Built a reputation for
I
Gwib.
built a reputation around Gwib. Yeah, that's good.
I love it.
I like Gwib as an alternate persona for Tamagotchi now.
If I need a
love that
wild
Gwib
persona,
has
I have Gwib.
He has a kobold name, but he's actually a hobgoblin.
Yep, didn't see.
But
Yeah,
it seems like it.
We're in the moment.
His name is Gwib.
Here we are. He's Gwib the Hobgoblin now.
Helps me relate to all the people I'm trying to
They'll tell tales of Gwib.
beat. Yeah, they'll tell tales of Gwib the Hobgoblin.
I've
Kobold
translated my
/Hobgoblin.
name into your tongue.
All right, GG guys. We will aim for next week.
Good
Yes.
times, friends.
Yep.